Welcome to Conspiracies Condensed, where history's most controversial secrets are uncovered, analyzed, and exposed. From government cover-ups to declassified experiments, we dive deep into the conspiracies that turned out to be true. If you're ready to challenge the official story, subscribe now and join us on this journey into the shadows of history. On the night of August 4th, 1964, the world was told that American warships were under attack by North Vietnamese forces in the Gulf of Tonkin. This event became the justification for full-scale U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, leading to years of conflict, countless casualties, and deep national division. But what if the attack never actually happened? What if the incident was exaggerated or even fabricated to justify war? Today, we expose the Gulf of Tonkin Incident, a case of misinformation, deception, and war propaganda that shaped history. To understand the Gulf of Tonkin Incident, we need to go back to the years leading up to it. The Vietnam War didn't start in 1964. It was already brewing for decades. Vietnam was divided. The Communist North, led by Ho Chi Minh, and the US-backed South, ruled by a series of unstable governments. America was already involved, sending weapons, advisors, and financial aid to stop communism from spreading in Asia. By the early 1960s, the US was looking for a way to escalate its involvement. President Lyndon B Johnson and his advisors were eager for a reason to justify direct military intervention. That opportunity would come in the form of a supposed attack in the Gulf of Tonkin. On August 2, 1964, the USS Maddox, a U.S. Navy destroyer, was conducting surveillance patrols in the Gulf of Tonkin. Suddenly, it was approached by 3 North Vietnamese torpedo boats. The Maddox opened fire, and in return, the torpedo boats launched an attack. With the help of U.S. aircraft, the Vietnamese boats were repelled. No American sailors were killed, and the Maddox remained intact. While this was a clear conflict, it was hardly enough to justify war. However, 2 days later, a second attack was reported, one that would change everything. On the night of August 4th, 1964, reports came in that the Maddox and another ship, the USS Turner Joy, were under attack again. But this time, something was different. The reports were confused and contradictory. Sailors saw radar blips, misidentified signals, and even fired into empty water, believing they were under fire. The truth? There was no attack. In later recordings, Defense Secretary Robert McNamara admitted that the second attack never actually happened. Intelligence officers at the time questioned the validity of the reports, but their concerns were ignored. Within hours, the U.S. government treated the incident as fact. That same night, President Lyndon B. Johnson addressed the American people, stating that the United States had been attacked without provocation. His speech was forceful and clear. America must respond. He used this event to pressure Congress into passing the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which granted Johnson broad war powers, allowing him to send U.S. troops to Vietnam without a formal declaration of war. The Vietnam War would become one of the most divisive conflicts in American history, resulting in over 58,000 American deaths and millions of Vietnamese casualties. It left deep scars on U.S. foreign policy and trust in the government. The Gulf of Tonkin Incident is a textbook example of how false information and manipulation can lead to war. It raises serious questions about the role of intelligence, government accountability, and media narratives. Could something like this happen again? How many times have governments used exaggerated threats to justify conflict? These are the questions that keep historians, journalists, and skeptics searching for the truth. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the hidden depths of history. If you enjoyed uncovering this secret, there's so much more waiting to be explored. Make sure to subscribe to Conspiracies Condensed so you never miss another shocking revelation. And if you found this video thought-provoking, hit that like button. It really helps us keep bringing you the truth.